Good evening, everyone, and welcome into historic John Sloan Field at McDonough Park as the Geneva Red Wings host the Auburn Doubledays. Auburn coming into this one with a record of 22-18, and the Geneva Red Wings at 11-30. Again, you're listening on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in yet again. Major playoff implications on this game as Auburn needs a win and a Jamestown loss, and they officially will clinch a playoff berth. But Geneva has a chance to play spoiler here late in the season. Geneva did best Auburn 4-2 a few weeks back. As starting lineups being read underway,
All-Star catcher this year, number 30, Bobby
we'll
Stang.
give you those as we get them pulled up. Batting first for the Doubledays will be the extra hitter, number 4, Fernando Espinal. Behind him, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Gross. Then will be the designated hitter, number 29, Hazel Martinez. And the cleanup spot, the catcher, number 30, Bobby Stang. Out in right field, number 3, A.J. Wenrich. Out in left field for the Doubledays, number 16, Garrett Prosper. At third base for Auburn, number 23, Michael Hooley. Playing first base, number 18, Hal Walker Jr., and it'll be the second baseman, number 19, Kevin Dolan. And rounding out the Doubledays lineup will be the center fielder, number 34, Emil Sander. And getting the start on the bump for the Doubledays will be Andrew Isdale. And now the starting lineup for the Geneva Red Wings. Batting first, the left fielder, number 6, Brandon Jelpe. Then will be the shortstop, number 42, Dylan Can. Behind Can, it'll be the first baseman, number 32, Ethan Swidler. Tonight's designated hitter for the Red Wings will be number 38, Jason Shockley. Then the right fielder, number 41, Andrew Eppinger. Catching for the Wings tonight will be number 26, Wyatt Patchett. The extra hitter for the Red Wings tonight is number 5, Cooper Loyal. Then at third base, number 30, Daniel Scalero. Out in center field, number 40 from Niagara University, Nate Milk. And rounding out the lineup for the Red Wings will be the second baseman, number 16, Casey Burcroft. On the mound tonight for the Red Wings will be number 13, Nicholas Franceschi from right here in Geneva, New York. So those are your starting lineups. Major playoff implications here, and the Geneva Red Wings have a chance to play spoiler late in the season. We're going to take a break as the finals of the lineups are being read. National anthem underway, and we're going to be ready for the first pitch. We're going to take a break, and we'll see you. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back into John Salone Field at Historic McDonough Park as the 11-30 Geneva Red Wings host the 22-18 Auburn Doubledays, who, with a win and a Jamestown loss, will clinch the playoffs for the Western Division. Seeding still yet to be decided, and there's only 2 games left, but a chaotic 2 games at that. So Andrew Isdale will be starting for the Doubledays, and it's Nicholas Franceschi on the bump right now for the Red Wings, getting the start tonight for the Red Wings. Franceschi coming to this one with a 5.83 ERA and 24.2 innings of work. He's given up 18 hits, 16 total runs, all of them earned, and 30 total strikeouts on the summer, which is also a team-leading number. So, Red Wings looking to get this thing rolling. It will be Fernando Espinal, the former Newark Pilot, leading things off for the Auburn Doubledays here tonight. He's batting .218 thus far on the summer, and Espinal stepping up. Fernando recently committed to Lenoir-Rhyne University down in North Carolina, Division II powerhouse. Was playing college baseball right at Falcon Park as a member of Cayuga Community College. So Espinal will step in again, batting .218 on the summer, coming to this game for the Doubledays, who are looking to clinch a playoff berth here tonight. First pitch from Franceschi, fastball up high, counts at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to lead off the game as Espinal steps back in. Second pitch from Franceschi. That one is fouled off and out of play. So the count's at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff man, Fernando Espinal. As he'll step back in from the right side of the batter's box. Auburn wearing their away red jerseys here on a hot and humid evening. 1-1 pitch. That one swung on and fouled right back towards us. Count is at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Espinal. $12 runs scored for Espinal already in only 12 games, so he's averaging 1 run per game. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball drops in there, strike 3. Beautiful 12-6 curveball from Franceschi freezes Espinal for the first out of the game. So there's 1 away, and that will bring up Carson Gross, who has been a reliable bat for the Doubledays all summer. He's batting .224 coming into this game. Appeared in 35 games, 24 hits, 2 doubles, and 11 RBI for the Doubledays. So the lefty will step in to face Franceschi here with 1 away in the top of the first inning. First pitch from Franceschi, that one, fastball, misses high. Actually, changeup, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. First lefty-righty matchup we'll see of the afternoon. 1-0 pitch to Gross. That one misses outside. Patchett can't put a mitt on it. Counts at 2-0 as it squeezed right out of the glove. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 away. Gross will step back in for the Doubledays. For Folsom, California, plays at the University of Northern Colorado. That one swung out and roped into shallow center field. That one will drop in for the first hit of the ball game. Doubledays have their first hit. Gross rounds first. And that will bring up yet another familiar face to those listening on Trinity Lakes One Radio, Hazel Martinez, another former Newark Pilot. Both him and Fernando Espinal played for the Pilots last summer. Now members of the Auburn Doubledays, and also Hazel was a member at Cayuga Community College and now is at Union College in Barberville, Kentucky. That one taken on the outer half of the plate for a strike. Counts at 0-1. Beautiful pitch with some tail from Franceschi. Counts at 0-1 now to Hazel Martinez, who is batting .316 for the Doubledays coming in this game, which puts him at third on the team in batting average. That one inside. The throw down from Patchett. Not in time. It's a stolen base for Carson Gross as he slides in safely at second. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Doubledays already with a runner in scoring position. Hazel with 28 total RBIs. That one's popped over left side. Coming in is the shortstop and making the play. Scored that one a P6. That's Dylan Can making the play, and there's 2 away.
Number 30, catcher Bobby Stang.
And that will bring up a very, very dangerous bat in the Doubledays lineup. Bobby Stang, 35 RBIs. PGCBL leading at that on the summer. So Stang will step in. The Western Division RBI leader with 2 away. And Carson Gross on second. Very familiar situation for Stang. First pitch from Franceschi. That one looked like a slider, missed outside. Counts at 1-0 now. Stang batting .312 coming into this game. He's appeared in 37 games for the Doubledays. The 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one a little dribbler foul, and fielded by Ben Julian, who will throw right back to Franceschi on the mound. One ball, one strike, and 2 away. Again, we're in the top of the first inning. So Stang steps back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gross read that one perfectly, and he will be in without a throw. A stolen base for Carson Gross yet again. Timed up Franceschi's windup perfectly and instantly just took third base with ease. So now Carson Gross sits 90 feet away on third with 2 away. Counts at 2-1 to Bobby Stang. Stang looking for his 40th hit of the summer. That one misses high. Counts at 3-1 now. Stang has also been walked a team high 29 times. Through one pitch. Big swing and a big miss. That one actually fouled into the glove. Counts at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Stang steps back in. The payoff pitch from Franceschi. That one bounced in the dirt. Good stop from Patchett. That one likely saved a run. It won't show up in the stat column, but great play from Patchett to stop that one from getting to the backstop. So that'll bring up another Georgia Southern baseball player in A.J. Wenrich. Wenrich batting .172 coming in this game for the Doubledays. Has runners on the corners. We'll see if they send Stang with 2 away. I'm not sure if they'll get that risky, but that one swung on and popped up into right field. Coming on over, looks like Andrew Eppinger. And it will be Eppinger who makes the play in F9. The Doubledays strand 2 runners on the corners. On 1 hit, no errors. We head to the bottom of the first, 0-0 on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. welcome back to John Sloan Field at Historic McDonough Park. It'll be Brandon Jelpe, the Pittsburgh, PA native, leading things off for the Red Wings here. Batting .313 and a team high .313 at that. Jelpe has been lights out over the last few weeks for the Red Wings. That pitch misses outside, counts at 1-0. Jelpe will step back in, has solidified himself in that leadoff spot for the Red Wings. He's out in left field tonight for them. That one just misses below the knees, counts at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Lights already flipping on a little early here. A little overcast, clouds kind of peeking out in front of the sun. Still bright, though, in left field. That one swung on and popped up and out of play. Counts at 2-1 now.
That's right, Brandon. 2-1. Here's pitch now. 2-1. Here's pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man, Brandon Jelpe. Behind him will be Dylan Can, wearing number 11 tonight for the Wings. That one fouled off. Counts evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Jelpe's going to step back in. Plays his college baseball at Baldwin-Wallace University. 2-2 pitch. That one. Slider up near the helmet area. Jelpe ducks out of the way. That pushes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch from Isdale. That one. That one appeared to be about 6 inches off the plate, but the umpires are at it here early tonight. 1 away. And that will now bring up Dylan Can.
Shortstop, Dylan Can.
So a controversial first out here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's a strike. Counts at 0-1 now. So no balls, 1 strike to Dylan Can, who's batting .226 coming into this game for the Wings. Another slider drops in. Counts at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Dylan Can. The NJIT Highlander will step back in. 0-2 pitch from Isdale. That one swung on and hit down the right field line, trailing over the right fielder and in foul territory. Making the play is A.J. Wenrich for the out. So there's 2 away now, and that will bring up Ethan Swidler. Swidler batting .178 for the Wings here.
San Diego, California. Number 32, the first baseman, Ethan Swidler.
Swidler, a member of Lafayette in the Patriot League, Division I program. First pitch to him from Isdale. That one popped foul. Counts at 0-1.
Right, Ethan. On base twice, scored a run Tuesday night.
So no balls, 1 strike and 2 away to Swidler. Again, batting .178. The pitch to him. Slider misses outside. Count is at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Swidler with 2 away quickly. Jason Shockley awaits on deck for the Wings. That one swung on and roped, but right at the second baseman as Kevin Dolan flips it over to the first baseman for the out. Hal Walker Jr. 4-3 ground out. The Wings go down 1-2-3. We head to the top of the second. 0-0 on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As always, I'm Kyle French. It'll be Garrett Prosper leading things off for the Doubledays here. Face Franceschi in the top of the second. 0-0 your score. First pitch from Franceschi. That one misses a little bit high. Counts at 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Prosper batting .238. He's out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania, and plays college baseball at the University of Pitt, Johnstown. 1-0 pitch. That one misses up and in. Counts at 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes to Prosper. .2-0 pitch. That one misses upstairs as well. 3 straight balls to the leadoff man, Prosper. Likely will be given the red light here with a 3-0 count. 3-0 pitch from Franceschi. That one fastball right down the middle, and the red light was on. Counts at 3-1. Prosper 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI in the 5-1 victory at Elmira yesterday. At Auburn, but against Elmira. That one misses upstairs. So a 5-pitch walk for Prosper. He'll trot to first base, and that will bring up Michael Hooley. Hooley playing third base for the Doubledays here tonight. So Michael Hooley will step in with Prosper on first. Doubledays looking to strike first here in the top of the second. Runner goes. That one is popped up into right field. Prosper trailing back and will slide back in safely, but a P3 as that's Shockley making the grab. So a P3, Hooley's gone, and that will bring up first baseman Hal Walker Jr. So Hal Walker Jr. will step in for the Doubledays. Prosper still on first with a little bit of a lead. They did send him on that pop-up and was able to retreat back to first. No run from Prosper. That one first pitch swinging popped up into shallow center field. Coming on in is Nate Milk, and he'll make the play for the out. 2 straight pop-ups from the Doubledays. And there are 2 quick outs as that will now bring up Kevin Dolan, the second baseman. Bank 250. For the Doubledays, it's just been one thing that they've struggled with this summer, leaving runners on base. In their last game, they left 11 runners on base in the 5-1 victory over Elmira. And there was a game a few weeks back against these Geneva Red Wings. They left 19 runners on base. So that has been a struggle for them at points this season. Getting guys on base and not being able to score them when you get them in scoring position. That one misses upstairs. Good stop from Patchett. Counts at 1-0. One ball, no strikes. The pitch to Dolan. That one swung on, and that one hit a little blooper into right center field. And coming on in is Andrew Eppinger to make a play. A great hustle from Eppinger for the third out. 3 straight outs will end the inning after the leadoff walk for Prosper. Led to the bottom of the second, still 0-0 from McDonough Park. here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. Shockley steps in. First pitch from Isdale. That one swung on and popped up. First pitch swinging. Coming over is Kevin Dolan and making the play. A P4 for Shockley. And on one pitch, there's one away. Not ideal if you're the Red Wings. And that will now bring up Andrew Eppinger. Another NJIT Highlander for the Red Wings. He's batting 192 coming into this game. First at bat here tonight. That one swung on, another first pitch swinging and right to Kevin Dolan again. A 4-3 ground out, 2 pitches and 2 outs recorded from Kevin Dolan, and there's quickly 2 away. And that will now bring up the hometown hero, Wyatt Patchett, from right here in Geneva, New York, and he plays at Lemoyne College in Syracuse, New York, the newly founded Division I program. In the last game here at Geneva, he had a walk-off 2-run home run that gave the Red Wings a mercy rule later on in the game. 2-run home run, so he's got power in that bat. We've also seen him dot 96 on the radar gun. 1 ball, no strikes. That one missed outside. Still 0-0. Doubledays with the only hit of the ball game. That was off the bat of Carson Gross. That one misses inside. Counts at 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes. So waiting on deck for the Wings is Cooper Loyal. Red Wings also still looking for their first base runner. The 2-0 pitch. That one popped up and will head over the grandstand. Counts at 2-1 now. Two balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. That one popped up as well, same spot. So the count's now even up at 2. Would be great if I was playing slots. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. In the bottom of the second inning, so 2's across the scoreboard. As Patchett steps back in the 2-2. Slider misses low in the dirt. Good eye from Patchett. That'll push the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Loyal awaits on deck. 3-2 pitch. That one misses inside. So Patchett will trot to first. The Red Wings have their first base runner of the game, and that will bring up Cooper Loyal.
Coming to play for Geneva Red Wings, the extra hitter, number 5, Cooper Loyal.
Loyal batting 194 coming into this game for wearing number 5. Red Wings wearing their home white jerseys. That one swung on and roped foul, as that one will get over near the Red Wings bullpen. Counts at 0-1. Sounded like good contact, but just foul. Loyal from Victor, New York. About 20 minutes up the road. Down Route 96. That one's fouled into the glove. 2 quick strikes to Loyal. He plays his college baseball at the University of Albany. 0-2 pitch to Loyal. That one misses low and in. Counts at 1-2 now. To the righty. Straight out of high school, will be playing at the University of Albany, where he will be a freshman. 1-2 pitch. Slider catches the edge of the plate for the 3rd out. We'll head to the top of the 3rd. Still 0-0 and still a big strike zone. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. Top of the third inning, still 0-0 your score. For Auburn, no runs, 1 hit, no error. Franceschi out for another inning of work. First pitch from him to Emil Sander. Taken for a strike in there. To the SUNY Oswego Laker. My alma mater at that. Counts at 0-1 to Emil Sander, who is out in center field tonight for the Auburn Doubledays. He's batting .326. Curveball misses a little high. Counts at 1-1. Almost dropped into the zone at the last second, but ended up high. Counts at 1-1. Sander, a late addition to this Doubledays team. That one taken for a strike. Counts at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sander. Who has appeared in 22 games, batting .326. So third on the team in batting average. That one swung on and hit down the third base line, scooping and throwing, not in time. It's an infield single for Emil Sander. The throw from Scalero over to Swidler, not in time. So an infield single, Sander on first. He's got another hit for the Doubledays.
Number 4.
And that will take us back to the top of the order
Number 4.
with Fernando Espinal. So that infield single from Sander, the Doubledays' second hit of the ball game. And that will now bring up Fernando Espinal, who struck out looking back in the first inning. First pitch from Franceschi, that one tails up and in. Near the eye level of Fernando Espinal, counts at 1-0. So far for Franceschi, 2 innings of work, 2 hits, a strikeout, and he's got a 16-15 strike-to-ball ratio. So throwing about 50-50 strikes to balls. That one fouled off. Count is at 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. None away to Espinal. And Carson Gross waits on deck. 1-1. That one slider misses outside. Counts at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and that one thrown over Franceschi's head. So score that one an E2 and advancing on the error.
That's right, Wyatt. That's right, Wyatt. Shake it off, number 26. That's all right.
2 balls, 1 strike to Espinal, and an errant throw from Patch advances the base runner. As Emil Sander now sits on second base. 2-1 pitch to Espinal. That one misses high as well. Counts at 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and right in probably the most dangerous part of this Doubledays lineup. 3-1 pitch. That one misses high. So an infield single and a walk, and the Doubledays have put on the first 2 runners of the inning. That will now bring up Carson Gross. Remember, Gross singled in his first plate appearance and was left on base back in the first inning. So already 1 for 1 on the night. He's got 1 of the 2 hits for the Doubledays. The other hit being Emil Sander, who sits on second base. So Gross steps in and will have the advantage of being a righty. Scoring to bunt is Gross, and playing old-fashioned baseball, Franceschi will barehand it and a throw over to first, and off the glove of the second baseman. That's Burcroft covering first. So off the glove of Burcroft, score that one, and E4.
Going up to the plate, number 29, Hazel Martinez.
So now bases loaded to Hazel Martinez, who's second on the Doubledays in RBI at 28. Only man ahead of him, Bobby Stang, and he's on deck. Bases loaded. First pitch to Hazel. Swung on and popped up. That one popped foul. Counts at 0-1. Hazel did pop up to Dylan Cannett short in his first at bat in the first inning. Counts at 0-1 now. Infield playing in as well, so Anything on the ground will be coming home, likely. Red Wings looking to not fall out of this one early. 0-1 pitch from Franceschi. Curveball just misses inside. As that one tailed in at the last second towards Martinez in the box, the count's even up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Hazel Martinez steps back in. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses high. Counts 2-1 now. And again, nowhere to put Hazel Martinez. A walk here would walk in the first run of the ball game with Emil Sander on third. Sander on third, Espinal on second, and Gross on first. 2-1 pitch from Franceschi. That one swung on and roped into right field, but right at Eppinger. The throw into the plate. Here comes Emil Sander, and that one's deep enough. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for Hazel Martinez, his 29th RBI of the summer. And the Doubledays take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third.
Coming to plate now, number 30, the catcher.
So that'll now bring up Bobby Stang after the sacrifice fly and an RBI for Hazel Martinez. Scores 1-0. Stang steps in, and as we mentioned, Stang, the only one with more RBI in the team than Hazel Martinez, who now has 29. He's at 35 coming into this game and leads the Western Division of the PGCBL in RBI. That one misses high. Counts at 1-0. Second, Carson Gross on first, and a powerful bat at that will step back into the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch, swung on, and that one smoked into left field, but foul, as that one just drops and left field foul. That one very close to hugging up in the corner there and dropping fair, but will kick foul. Counts at 1-1 now. Stang has also shown his ability to put the ball out of the park this summer. He's got 3 home runs on the summer for the Doubledays, team leading at that. The 1-1 delivery to Stang. That one misses low. Good stop from Patchett. Counts at 2-1 now. Good curveball from Franceschi. Just dropped out of the zone. And an even better stop from Patchett, as that one for sure probably would have got to the backstop and advanced both runners. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch to Bobby Stang. That one misses low and away. Counts at 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the Red Wings faithful behind their hometown kid, Nick Franceschi. He'll be playing at Hobart and as a member of the Hobart Statesmen. 3-1, that one swung on and rope foul, and that one will kick over towards the tarp. And you mentioned Hobart Statesmen. Right here at McDonough Park is where the Hobart Statesmen play during the season. So Franceschi playing where he'll play this upcoming spring. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stang comes set. And Franceschi will deliver. Both runners go. Swung on and missed. The throw down. Not in time, as the throw from Patchett was not glove side. Still a good effort from Scalero to try and apply the tag. So a strikeout swinging for Bobby Stang. Both runners advance and steal. And that will now bring up A.J. Wenrich with 2 away. Wenrich flew out to Eppinger and right back in the first inning to end that inning. So we'll see if the Red Wings can escape this one with only 1 run given up. Play will be at first base, so 2 away as Wenrich steps in. Batting 172 coming into this game. First pitch from Franceschi just misses a little bit high. Counts at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Waiting on deck, Garrett Prosper. Franceschi just looking to get out of the inning here and recalibrate. That one swung on and popped up and popped foul. So the count's at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Franceschi at 48 pitches and a 24-24 strike to ball ratio. 50-50 your ratio there. The 1-1 pitch misses low. Counts at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Doubledays with 1 home already this top half of the third. That one's fouled off, so the count's evened up at 2. And 2's across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Franceschi has runners on second and third and looking to get out of the inning. Aspinall on third. Carson Gross on second. A.J. Wenrich in the batter's box. Sun just about near the tree line there in left center field. The 2-2 pitch from Franceschi. Swung on, and that one hit down the third base line, and scooping is Scalero, and a throw over to first and high. So that will be an E5 with an RBI. High throw there from the third baseman, Scalero.
That's right, Dan. That's right, Dan. Shake it up, 30. Shake it up, number 30.
And an E5 with an RBI. The Doubledays take a 2-0 lead. And that will now bring up Garrett Prosper with runners on the corners and a 2-0 lead for the Doubledays. The pitch misses outside, counts at 1-0. Prosper walked and was left on base in his first plate appearance in the second inning. Has a chance to extend this lead here for the Doubledays with runners on the corners. The pitch misses just above the letters. Count is at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Doubledays trying to punch their ticket into the PGCBL playoffs. 2-0 pitch, that one fouled off. Counts at 2-1 now. Behind Wenrich is Michael Hooley, third baseman. And a step off and a throw to second. And not in time. And coming on in to score is Carson Gross. So he'll steal second, and a steal of home from Gross. And the score is now 3-0. So Wenrich advances to second, and the score is now 3-0. Franceschi stepped off in the throw to second. Shortstop couldn't apply the tag. That one fouled off by Prosper into the glove. Counts evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Top of the third. Again, Doubledays with 3 runs already home this inning. Franceschi looking to stop the bleeding. 3 errors for the Red Wings already here tonight. That one misses inside. Counts pushed full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Prosper will step back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Franceschi just looking to get out of the inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on, and that one popped up. Left side foul territory. Scalero trailing over. He'll watch that one kick up and hit off the bleachers behind the Doubledays dugout. So we'll do the 3-2 again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 3-0 lead for the Doubledays here in the top of the third inning. Full count, 2 outs. And A.J. Wenrich sits on second. Again, Michael Hooley awaits on deck. The payoff pitch from Franceschi. That one bounced in the dirt. And Garrett Prosper works his second walk of the game. He'll trot to first. And that'll now bring up Michael Hooley.
Number 23, Michael Hooley.
Hooley popped up to the first baseman, Ethan Swidler, in his first at bat in the second inning. The pitch misses just high, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, no action in the Red Wings pen at the moment. Auburn looking to make a statement here tonight. That one misses low and outside, counts at 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, and 2 away. Demoralizing as a pitcher when you have 3 errors in an inning. That one misses upstairs. Counts at 3-0 now. So 3 balls, no strikes. And a walk here would walk the bases loaded for Hal Walker Jr. 4 pitch. That one actually taken for a strike. Counts at 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. The 3-1. Swung on, and that one hit right towards Burkroff as he fields it and flips over to first. The 4-3 ground out, but not before the Auburn Doubledays score 3 runs on a hit. They strand 2. Will head to the bottom of the third. 3-0 from McDonough Park on Finger Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back on Finger Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Daniel Scalero leading things off for the Red Wings here in his first plate appearance of the evening. He's batting 125 coming into this game. First pitch from Isdale. Spiked low in the dirt. Counts at 1-0. Isdale so far in 2 innings of work, he's given up no hits, no runs, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, and he's thrown 25 pitches now. Pitch number 26. That one swung on, and that one looked like it broke a bat. And just as I say no hits for Isdale, Scalero scorches one between the gap in short and third. The Red Wings have their first hit of the ball game. It's a leadoff single for Daniel Scalero. And that'll now bring up the Niagara University Purple Eagle, Nate Milk. He's out in center field tonight for the Red Wings. Milk batting 136 as Casey Burkroff awaits on deck for the Wings. That one drops in there for a strike. Beautiful breaking pitch there from Isdale. Counts at 0-1. The pitch. That one just misses. Counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scalero on first as Nate Milk will step back in. Isdale with a 3.9 ERA in 30 innings of work. That one swung on and popped up into right field. Trailing over is the right fielder. And making the play out there is A.J. Wenrich for the out and F9 for Milk. There's one away, and that will now bring up Casey Burcroft. Burcroft batting 150.
Number 23, second baseman, Casey Burcroft.
Burcroft from about 15, 20 minutes away, Waterloo High School, Waterloo, New York. That one swung on and roped, and that one is going to be not corralled by the second baseman. That's an infield hit for Casey Burcroft. Right off the end of the bat, that'll be an infield hit for Burcroft. And back-to-back singles. Not back-to-back, but two singles this inning for the Red Wings. And we're back to the top of the order. And certainly a sigh of relief for the Red Wings, as that'll bring up Brandon Jelpe. Jelpe, arguably the hottest hitter on the Red Wings at the moment. He's batting .313 and team leading .313 at that. He's got runners on second and first. That one slider misses outside, counts at 1-0. Burcroft on first, Scalero on second. Both have singled this inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Jelpe struck out looking back in the first on a controversial first out of the game. That one swung on and popped foul, as that one kicks right up and almost into the stands and caught by a fan, but dropped. And holding his hands on his head in disbelief that he couldn't catch that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away, as Jelpe will step back in. 3-0 your score, bottom of the third. The pitch. That one swung on and roped, and that one hit deep out into left center field. That one's going to get all the way to the wall, and coming on home is Daniel Scalero, and they're going to send Burcroft home. Burcroft on the way, the throw. There will be no throw home. It's a 2 RBI double for Brandon Jelpe. And just as I say, one of the hottest hitters on the Red Wings, Jelpe delivers a 2 RBI double. And the Wings now only trail by 1. And that'll bring up Dylan Can. Jelpe really got underneath that one and delivered right out into the left center gap, and that one kicked up against the wall, and 2 runs score. Burcroft coming in and Scalero coming in as well. It's a 3-2 ball game with 1 away. Jelpe sits on second. First pitch to Can, misses outside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And Ethan Swidler waits on deck for the Red Wings. Those 2 RBIs for Jelpe is 8th and 9th of the summer. And that his 6th double. 1-0 pitch. That one popped up and popped foul, so the count's evened up at 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dylan Can. So 3-2 your score. Wings striking and looking to match the 3-run total or take the lead here. Jelpe sits on second. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Can. Swung on and missed. Beautiful breaking pitch there from Isdale. Counts at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Red Wings beat Jamestown the other day in a game, looking to do the same to Auburn here and play spoiler here late in the season. We've seen the Pilots do it the last 2 games as well, impacting seedings left and right. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 balls and 3-2 your score, 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. As Can steps back in. 2-2 pitch. That one swung on and hit right at the first baseman. Hal Walker Jr. will just step on first, 3 unassisted. But more importantly, Brandon Jelpe advances 90 feet to third, so the tying run now 90 feet away. And that will bring up the cleanup man, Ethan Swidler, from Lafayette University in the Patriot League.
Number 32, let's have a big hand for Ethan Swidler.
So Swidler steps in and just needs a base knock to tie the game at 3 here. First pitch, slider drops in for a strike, counts at 0-1. For the Wings, 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 errors. That one slider misses low, counts at 1-1. And for Auburn, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 3-2 your score. Auburn leads. Jelpe on third after that 2 RBI double. Swidler swings, Gets a swing into that one out into center field. Trailing is Emil Sander, and underneath it, he'll corral it for the third out, but not before the Red Wings pick up 2 runs as Brandon Jelpe delivers on the 2 RBI double. We head to the top of the 4th. 3-2 your score on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As always, I'm Kyle French. 3-2 your score. Doubledays lead the Red Wings. Both teams striking in the top and bottoms of the 3rd innings. Doubledays put up 3, and the Red Wings put up 2 on an RBI double from Brandon Jelpe. First pitch to Hal Walker Jr. Fastball taken on the outer edge of the plate. Counts at 0-1. Walker Jr. flew out to center field to Nate Milk in his first plate appearance in the 2nd inning. Slider misses outside, counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. As the 9 and 10 hitters sit behind Walker Jr. Counts at 2-1. That one missed. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man, Walker Jr. Behind him, Kevin Dolan, and then Emil Sander, then the top of the order. That one misses high as well. Counts at 3-1. Throw and pitch from Franceschi. That one taken for a strike. Looked like the changeup.
Let's go, Fran.
So that pushes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hal Walker Jr. steps back in. That one misses low. A leadoff walk for Hal Walker Jr. He'll trot to first. That'll be Franceschi's 34th walk of the season. 5th here tonight.
Number 19, the second baseman, Kevin Dolan.
So tonight's second baseman for the Doubledays, Kevin Dolan, will step in. Flew out to Eppinger and right in his first at bat. He'll square to bunt. That one high, and he pulls it back. Counts at 1-0 now. 1 ball, no strikes to Dolan, who's been busy there at second base. We've seen him flash the leather there at second here tonight already. Squaring to bunt yet again. That one, a perfectly placed bunt right down the first base line. Franceschi will just scoop it and throw over to Swidler. Advancing Hal Walker Jr. to second, and that'll bring up Emil Sander.
Next up, the center fielder, number 34, Emil Sander.
So Emil Sander will step in after the sacrifice bunt, 1-3 for Kevin Dolan. Doubledays playing old school baseball here tonight. We've seen him bunt a few times already. Trying to play the numbers game and punch their ticket into the PGCBL playoffs. That one misses inside, counts at 1-0 to Sander, who singled and scored in his first plate appearance just an inning ago. Infield single down the third base line. 1-0 pitch from Franceschi. That one fastball misses high. Counts at 2-0 now. So 2 balls, no strikes. As Franceschi sitting at 73 pitches so far. The 2-0 pitch from Franceschi. Fastball swung on and popped and lined actually down the line towards the Red Wings bullpen. That'll get out of play. Counts at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Emil Sander, who is responsible for one of the 2 hits for the Doubledays here tonight, and also came around to score just an inning ago. The 2-1 delivery from Franceschi. That one on the hands. Scalero will field it, take a look at the runner, and throw over to first. And in time, beautiful play from Scalero. And heads up play at that. Looking the runner back to second, and Hal Walker Jr. and having enough of the arm strength to throw over to Swidler at first. So a 5-3 ground out for Scalero, this time getting the speedy Emil Sander at first. And there's 2 away, and that will bring up the top of the order for the Doubledays in Fernando Espinal. Espinal 0 for 1 on the night and walked and scored in the 3rd. Struck out looking in his first at-bat to lead off the game. That one swung on and hit right towards the shortstop. Dylan Candle field it, take a couple steps in, and a scooping play from Swidler, and a 6-3 ground out. Swidler stretches and scoops and makes a great play at first to hold the Doubledays scoreless. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-2 your score here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Red Wings YouTube channel. First pitch slider. Beautiful break on that pitch from Isdale. Counts it 0-1 to Jason Shockley, the Rutgers Scarlet Knight. 0 for 1 on the night with a pop-up to the second baseman, Kevin Dolan. That one, another slider in for a strike. Counts it 0-2 to Shockley quickly. Shockley went yard the other day in that Mercy Rule win against the Tarp Skunks. That one fouled off and out of play. So the count's at 0-2. 3 pitches and all of them strikes. 2 of them called and a foul ball for Shockley. The leadoff man in the bottom of the 4th for the Wings. 3-2 your score. Another slider. That one roped into right field. And that will drop right in front of Wenrich. And that one will get behind him. But it won't get far enough to advance Shockley. So that's the 4th hit of the ball game for the Wings. Shockley leads off the bottom of the 4th with a single. And that will now bring up number 36, Andrew Eppinger, the right fielder. Eppinger wearing 36 tonight, typically wears number 41, but Eppinger will step in after the leadoff single for Shockley. He's on first. First pitch, swung on in the hands. That one a little dribble back, and that one will get past the pitcher, but Coming on in is the third baseman. That's Michael Hooley, a 5-3 ground out and advancing Shockley to second. So there's one away now. And that will now bring up Wyatt Patchett.
Next up for the Geneva Red Wings, out of Geneva, New York, former All-State quarterback, number 26, Wyatt Patchett.
So that will now bring up Wyatt Patchett, the Lemoyne Dolphin. Walked in, was left on base back in the second, was also the Red Wings' first base runner of the evening. Tying run sits on second base in Jason Shockley. If Patchett can find the gap, Shockley likely will score. Slider misses outside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Cooper Loyal waiting on deck, followed by Daniel Scalero. Patchett adjusting the shoelaces and the batting gloves. Will step back in, wearing the Lemoyne Dolphins green helmet and arm sleeve underneath. 1-0 pitch from Isdale. Fastball misses up and in. Patchett doing his best limbo impression there. Counts at 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. 1 away. Tying run at second base. Wings looking to strike here and notch this one at 3. Slider misses outside. Good stop from Bobby Stang behind the dish. Counts at 3-0 now. Wouldn't be the worst thing for the Doubledays to walk Patchett here, though, with the that would re-put the double play ball in effect. So 3 balls, no strikes to Patchett. Likely will have the red light here, I assume. Fastball misses high, so a 4-pitch walk to Patchett. He'll head to first, to second walk of the game. And that will now bring up Cooper Loyal, the Victor, New York native.
Out of Victor, New York, number 5, Cooper Loyal.
Cooper Loyal coming up to the dish now. Shockley on second. That one misses low. Counts at 1-0. So Shockley on second. Patchett on first. Tying run at second and leading run on first for the Wings. That second pitch fouled off into the backstop. Count is at 1-1 now.
Cooper, on base twice, quarter on Tuesday night.
And don't forget, this is where it all started for the Red Wings just an inning ago, right in this portion of the lineup. 1-1 pitch. Slider misses outside, and another great stop from Bobby Stang. As if that one got to the backstop, it would have advanced both Shockley and Patchett into scoring position. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Loyal. Isdale will check on Shockley at second. 2-1 pitch. Squaring to bunt is Loyal, and that one placed right down the third base line, and it catches the fringe of the grass and the dirt, and it just kicks foul. That one looking like one of my putts on the green. Counts at 2-2 now. Still a beautiful bunt placed by Loyal. Just unfortunately catching the lip of the grass there and kicking foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good idea, Ravens. Good idea.
And 1 away. Cooper Loyal with a chance to deliver here for the Wings. This will be pitch number 55, and that one misses low. So the count's now pushed full, and a walk here for Loyal would load the bases as well, with Daniel Scalero on deck, who is 1 for 1 in the night. Isdale will nod at the sign from Stang. The payoff. Fastball, that one swung, and that one's going to be hit right at Kevin Dolan and right towards him, and that's going to be another infield single. That one hit so hard towards Dolan that it took his glove off his hand. It's another single. The Red Wings' 5th hit of the ball game, and that will load the bases for Daniel Scalero.
Coming to the plate now, third baseman, number 30, Dan Scalero.
Scalero singled and scored just an inning ago in the third, and here comes Ben Julian to chat with his pitcher. Crucial point in this ball game as well. Bases loaded, tying run on third, leading run on second. And certainly with the bases loaded, you don't want to watch this one get away from you. A playoff ticket
Right
at
there.
the fingertips of the Auburn Doubledays.
Right there, have base knocking.
But the Geneva Red Wings a hurdle in their way and their path. As Scalero will step back in. Shockley on third, Patchett on second, and Loyal on first. First pitch, breaking ball drops in for a strike, counts it 0-1. No ball, one strike, the 0-1 to Scalero. Slider misses outside, counts it 1-1. And I tell you what, Bobby Stang is getting his money's worth behind the plate. He's been solid there, keeping those baseballs in front of him, reaching across his body. Because I tell you what, he's probably saved about 3 or 4 wild pitches. That one misses low again, counts it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 away. Bases loaded for Daniel Scalero.
2-1. Hitter's pitch. Hitter's pitch.
Scalero steps back in the batter's box. Looks like there is some action down there in the Doubledays bullpen. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Scalero was looking to do more than just tie the game with that swing. Counts it 2-2. Just over the top of it. Might have pulled his head a little bit. Counts it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Crucial point in this ball game. 2-2 pitch. Slider just misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch that was called a strike is now a ball. That one spiked in the dirt, and that's going to tie the game. It's an RBI walk for Scalero. We're tied at 3. Shockley comes in to score, and that will bring up Nate Milk.
Going to play for Williamsville, New York, number 40, Nate Milk.
So Nate Milk stepping up to the dish now. In the bottom of the 4th inning, it's now tied after the RBI walk from Daniel Scalero. Scoring a bunt is Milk. That one down the first base line, and the pitcher and first baseman collide into him. It's going to be an RBI infield bunt for Nate Milk. Well-placed bunt there from Milk, and the Red Wings take a 4-3 lead now. Little safety squeeze on in play there from head coach Dan Munn.
Second baseman, Casey Burcroft.
That'll now bring up Burcroft for the Wings here. He singled and scored back in the third inning. 2 runs already home for the Wings. That one misses. Does not miss. Actually taken for a strike. Counts it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And it seems as if the strike zone is like a balloon. It inflates and deflates every inning. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside. Counts it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. 4-3 your score now as the Wings take the lead. That one scoring a bunt is Burcroft yet again. That one fouled off the end of his bat. Counts it 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. And certainly if you're the Doubledays, you see who's on deck. You do not want to get Jelpy to play likely. And best case scenario for them, you're looking for a double play ball right here. 1-2 pitch. That one, as they're going to say, Burcroft did not go around. One of the very rare occurrences where you see a pitcher point down to the field umpire for a look at it, but in that case, working out in the favor of the Red Wings. Counts it 2-2 now to Burcroft. 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. Counts it 3-2 now.
Let's go Red Wings.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And Isdale in danger of walking another one home here. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one off the end of the bat, but foul. Just foul at that.
Here we go, Red Wings.
Burkroff almost threading the needle there down the third base line, but it kicks foul. 3-2 your score, and the Red Wings doing all of their damage the last 2 innings. 4 runs combined in the 3rd and 4th inning. They're looking for more with the bases loaded. That one swung on and fouled off. Out of play.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat, so a great at-bat from Burkroff. He'll be awaiting pitch number 8 here. And we'll see if this will be the last batter Isdale faces here tonight. The payoff pitch. Swung on, and another foul ball. The 3rd foul ball of the at-bat for Burkroff. Count still at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. 3-2 pitch to Burkroff. Another foul ball down the line for pitch number 9.
Let's go, Red Wings.
We'll see who wins the battle here. Burkroff and Isdale going back and forth. Bases loaded for Burkroff. Can the youngster deliver? The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one roped into center field. That one's going to get down. Coming on in and scoring is Cooper Loyal. It's an RBI single for Burkroff, and that one's going to get to the backstop and out of play. And scoring is Daniel Scalero. So 2 runs score on that. It's an RBI single, and then advancing on the error from center, and he ate at that. The Red Wings take a 6-3 lead. And then coming in is Ben Julian. I imagine Isdale's night probably will be over. And it will. It's going to be a pitching change for the Doubledays. We're going to take a break on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Pitching change when we come back. We'll be back. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, and a hot bat stepping up to the dish for the Red Wings. It's Brandon Jelpe, double with 2 RBIs just an inning ago, and the Red Wings already with 4 runs this inning. It's Luke Lee on to pitch for the Doubledays. That one misses outside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Jelpy. Dylan Canna waiting on deck. One ball, no strikes. That one lined down the third base line, but foul. Jelpy was looking for 2 more RBIs with 1 swing of the bat there, but just kicked foul.
Way to hit it, Brandon. Way to hit it, Brandon.
Counts at 1-1. As the Pittsburgh PA native steps back in. 1-1 pitch. Slider misses outside. Counts at 2-1 now. And it is Luke Leon to pitch from the University of Pittsburgh, Johnstown, wearing number 10 for the Doubledays. He's from Center Valley, PA. 6'1", 195. Jelpy gets underneath that one, out into left field. That one all the way back at the track, at the wall, and gone. Brandon Jelpy delivers and absolutely smokes that one into left field. It's a 3-run home run for Brandon Jelpy, his 5th RBI of the game. And the Red Wings take a 9-3 lead. Wow, Brandon Jelpy putting a ride behind that baseball and out over the left field wall. He flips the bat and is greeted by his Red Wings teammates. 9-3 your score. Brandon Jelpy, fire me up. Have yourself a day. 5 RBI, a double, and a home run. And the Red Wings now lead 9-3. 7 runs already home this inning. Dylan Can steps back in. First pitch from Lee. Slider misses low in the dirt. Counts at 1-0. That home run for Jelpy, his first home run of the year. And what a better time to hit it and give his team a 9-3 lead. That one swung on and roped into center field. Trailing is Emil Sander and making the play. An L8 at that for Dylan Can. A hard hit baseball for the second out. And that'll now bring up Ethan Swidler. 7 runs already home for the Red Wings here this inning. They take a 9-3 lead.
First baseman, number 32, Ethan Swidler.
And that'll bring up Ethan Swidler for the Wings. Swidler 0 for 2 on the night, a 4-3 ground out, and a fly out to Emil Sander, who's been busy there in center field. That one is going to come inside and hit Swidler. He'll head to first. So a 2-out hit by pitch. And that will now bring up Jason Shockley, who singled and scored in his last plate appearance. And now the Red Wings have batted around. So Shockley steps in to face Luke Lee with 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th, 7 runs already home. Red Wings have scored 9 runs in the last 2 innings. The pitch to Shockley, that one, a little check swing, swing, foul ball off the bat. Counts at 0-1 to Shockley. That one swung on and roped right towards the shortstop, and it's going to get underneath this glove. A nightmare of an inning for the Auburn Doubledays. An E6 from the shortstop, as that was Carson Gross. So Shockley advances to first.
Coming to the plate, right fielder, number 36, Andrew Eppinger.
And that will now bring up Andrew Eppinger with runners on first and second. So Eppinger steps in, grounded out 5-3 in his last at bat. First pitch. He's going to get past Stang, but Swidler not advancing, neither is Shockley. 1-0 your score. That one upstairs, a big swing and a big miss from Eppinger. Counts at 1-1 now. On a bright side of things for the Doubledays, both the Power and the Tarp Skunks are tied 0-0. So one of those teams will lose as Eppinger Hits that one out into center field. Emil Sander making the play. And like I said, been busy out there in center here tonight for the final out. But the Red Wings score 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th, courtesy 3 of them off the big fly from Brandon Jelpe, his first of the year. Led to the top of the 5th, 9-3 your score on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Carson Gross steps in. Face Franceschi out for another inning of work. That one misses upstairs. Counts at 1-0. So far for Franceschi, 4 innings of work, 2 hits, 3 runs given up, and 2 strikeouts. Pitch number 78 misses inside, counts at 2-0. Also 5 walks for Franceschi. As there's still no one really up and warming in the Red Wings pen. We'll see what they do there. I know a little short on arms. That one's going to miss upstairs. Counts at 3-0. So Franceschi nearing the 80 pitch mark. I believe that was pitch number 80. That was actually pitch number 79. Pitch 80. Slider in there for a strike. Counts at 3-1 now.
Yes, yes. Good, Nick.
Taking a look at some of the out-of-town scores. If you're a Doubledays fan, cover your ears. 3-0 Tarp Skunks lead over the Power, and that's not an ideal scenario for the Doubledays for one reason, and that's because the Power have played one less game. They sit at 22-17. Doubledays and Tarp Skunks both at 22-18. However, Auburn has the tiebreaker over Jamestown. So you want Jamestown to lose that game if you're the Doubledays. That one misses low. Other out-of-town scores, the Elmira Pioneers lead the Newark Pilots 7-6 over in Elmira. That one in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Hazel Martinez. That one misses upstairs as well. Counts at 2-0. 6-run lead for the Red Wings, but as we've seen throughout the year, no run is safe. No lead is safe here in the PGCBL. Franceschi coming set. That one misses upstairs. Good stop from Patchett. So 3-0 your count. And we'll see what the plan is here for Franceschi. There is someone up and warming. It's Josh Ranke warming up in the pen for the Wings. Quick meeting between Franceschi and Swidler. Trying to settle his guy down on the mound. 3 balls, no strikes to Hazel Martinez. And again, dangerous part of this Auburn Doubledays batting order. Bobby Stang awaits on deck. Hazel Martinez had the sac fly earlier. 3-0 pitch. That one misses low. 4-pitch walk for Hazel Martinez. And back-to-back walks at that. So Martinez trots to first, Gross on second, and that'll bring up Bobby Stang. And quickly coming out is head coach Dan Munn to chat with Franceschi. Quick mound visit. As it's dispersed, Franceschi will face Stang. Likely will be one of, if not the last batters for Franceschi on the night. Just trying to give Ranky time to warm down there. Again, Stang, 35 RBIs on the summer for the Doubledays. The team leader and Western Division leader in the PGCBL. Stang steps back in. First pitch from Franceschi. Slider misses low. Good stop from Patchett. Counts at 1-0. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch to Stang. That slider misses outside. Counts at 2-0. Stang with a walk in the first inning and a strikeout swinging back in the third. He'll step in with runners on first and second and ahead 2-0 in the count. 2-0 pitch. Changeup drops in there for a strike. Counts at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 9-3 lead for the Red Wings, but could get out of hand here. Franceschi just looking to settle down and getting out here. The pitch, and Gross was pretty much at third base before the pitch hit the batter's bat and Bobby Stang's bat, but fouled off. Counts at 2-2 now. Two balls, two strikes, top of the fifth. None away. Martinez on first, Gross on second. 2-2 pitch to Stang. Swung on, and that one popped up right side. Eppinger trailing back at the wall. He'll make the play, trailing to his right. And a quick throw in. Good throw to hit the cutoff man, Burcroft. An F9 for Stang, but that'll advance Carson Gross 90 feet to third. The Doubledays now have runners on the corners with one away. And A.J. Wenrich will step up. And F9 back in the first. And reached on an E5 with an RBI back in the third. So runners on the corners for Wenrich here. First pitch from Franceschi. That one swung on and fouled off down the line, and it hit off the tarp. The count's at 0-1. One ball, no balls, one strike, and one away. Top of the fifth. That one taken for a strike. Counts at 0-2 now.
Let's go Red Wings.
Strikeout sure will come in handy here.
No balls, two strikes. And for Auburn, their final game will be tomorrow at Falcon Park against the Pioneers. So no easy win at that either. Ideally want to win here tonight. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out to A.J. Wenrich. Runners on the corners. One swung on and fouled off. Down the third baseline yet again, counts at 1-2. This will be the 94th. This will be the 95th pitch of the day for Franceschi. Likely will be the last batter as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery from Franceschi. In there, strike 3. Franceschi gets the out.
Oh, big strikeout.
Huge strikeout for Franceschi. That one puts Wenrich down on strikes for the second out.
Bringing to the plate now, the left fielder, number 16, Garrett Prosper.
And that will now bring up Garrett Prosper.
Big strikeout.
Prosper has a pair of walks on the night for the Doubledays, and he has runners on the corner with 2 away. Perfect opportunity for the Doubledays to get back into this ball game. We'll see if Prosper can deliver. The pitch. Big swing and a big miss. Counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Prosper steps back in, the lefty. 0-1 pitch. That one misses off the outer edge of the plate. Counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
97.
Prosper steps back in, awaiting pitch number 98 of the evening for Franceschi. The 98th pitch. Swung on, and that one smoked into right field. Eppinger underneath it. And near the warning track, he'll make the play in F9. So the Doubledays strand 2. After getting the first 2 runners on, we head to the bottom of the 5th. 9-3 your score. And it appears as if Franceschi's night will be over. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. 93 your score. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Luke Lee out for another inning of work for the Doubleday. So far for him in 2/3 of an inning, he's given up a hit and a run, thrown 12 total pitches. Wyatt Patchett will step in with a pair of walks and a run scored. So no official AB for him yet, but in 2 plate appearances, a pair of walks and a run scored. First pitch swung on and missed from Lee, counts at 0-1. As the hometown kid from right here in Geneva, New York, will step back up to the dish. The 0-1. That one in there for a strike as well, counts at 0-2. Little half swing from Patchett as well. Likely was a strike no matter what. Beautiful breaking pitch from Lee, counts at 0-2, and waiting on deck is Cooper Loyal, who's 1 for 2 on the night. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one roped out into left center field. That one will drop in. Patchett has his first base hit of the game. He's reached base in all 3 plate appearances. He sits on first base, and that'll bring up Cooper Loyal for the Red Wings.
We'll soon be going to University of Albany. Cooper Loyal.
So Cooper Loyal coming up. And between the 3 local kids, Loyal from Victor, a hit, Patchett from Geneva, a hit, and Casey Burcroft from Waterloo, 2 hits, 4 hits between the local kids for the Red Wings here tonight, and Franceschi doing a great job on the mound. So the Finger Lakes East and slightly outside Monroe County and Victor delivering for the Red Wings here tonight. 1-0 pitch. Taken inside for a ball, counts at 2-0 to Loyal. Loyal singled and scored in the 4th inning. 1 for 2 on the night. Behind him, Daniel Scalero. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, and that one a little dribbler down the third base line. Michael Hooley will field it, and a throw over to first. Off the bag, an E5 for Hooley. That one's going to kick all the way over and get out of play. So an E5 for Hooley. And Cooper Loyal advancing. So that's an E5 for Hooley. Cooper Loyal advances to second. Patchett on third now. And that brings up Dan Scalero. 1 for 1. Singled and scored in the third and walked with an RBI and scored in his last plate appearance. That one popped up and out of play. Counts at 0-1.
Right there.
So a pair of runs, a hit, and an RBI for Scalero. He's got runners on second and third and a chance to blow this one wide open. Behind him, Nate Milk. And then Casey Burcroft. Right where it's all started for the Wings here tonight. That one misses low, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. That one misses outside, and that one's going to kick to the backstop. That's a wild pitch for Lee, and another run scores. Wyatt Patchett scores on the wild pitch, and advancing to third is Cooper Loyal. It's a 10-3 ball game. So scoring is Patchett. Scalero lines that one into left field. That one's going to get down. His second hit of the ball game and his second RBI at that. Daniel Scalero delivers. It's an 11-3 ball game. And that will now bring up Nate Milk.
University, number 40, the center fielder, Nate Milk.
So Nate Milk coming up to the dish now. 11-3 your score. And all of a sudden, the Wings getting hot. 11-3 your score. Luke Lee's night will be over. The Doubledays head to the bullpen. We're going to take a break, and a pitching change when we come back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. on Finger Lakes One Radio. It's James Moore on to pitch for the Doubledays. They trail 11-3. First pitch to Nate Milk, swung on and popped up right side as that one will kick up and in to the stands here at McDonough Park. Counts it 0-1 now. So far, in the last 3 innings, the Red Wings have scored all 11 of their runs. 2 in the third, 7 in the fourth, and 2 already in the fifth with no outs. As Scalero sits on first. Curveball misses inside, counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one popped up. And out of play, counts at 1-2 now.
Oh, you already did that?
1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Milk. And Casey Burcroft, who's 2 for 2 on the night with an RBI, waits on deck. That one misses low, counts at 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and you can hear Ben Julian over there not happy. And 2-2 pitch for Moore. Swung on, and that one roped down the line foul, so we'll do the 2-2 yet again. Two balls, 2 strikes. James Moore with a 5.06 ERA and 16 innings of work for the Doubledays. The pitch. Curveball, that one off the nose of the bat and foul down the first base line and off the fence. So the count's at 2-2.
Base hit, an RBI, quarter run in the fourth, and way to go, 4-0.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Nate Milk singled an RBI and scored in the fourth. That one bounced in the dirt. Good stop from Stang. Great communication from Nate Milk. Waving at Scalero to stay at first, halting him. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burcroft awaiting on deck. Even more crucial point in this game, too, as the Red Wings are 2 runs away from the mercy rule being in effect after 7. That one popped up and fouled off. So Nate Milk staying alive. He's awaiting the 9th pitch of the at-bat here. Three balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Pickoff attempt, and in safely is Daniel Scalero over there at first. Count still at 3-2. 11-3 your score, bottom of the 5th inning. Ever since the bottom of the 3rd, the Red Wings have just hit another level, and that one misses outside. So on the 10th to the at-bat, Nate Milk works a walk. He trots to first, and still with none away. That'll bring up Casey Burcroft, who's 2 for 2 on the night with a pair of singles, an RBI, and 2 runs.
Casey Burcroft.
The pitch to Burcroft. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Third base is open as well. If we cross that bridge, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that one popped up into shallow left field. Trailing on in is the left fielder, and that one is actually going to drop. And coming on in and making the tag. So it's going to be a 9-1 fielder's choice. The runner at 7-1 fielder's choice.
Up next for the Red Wings, number 6, Brandon Jelpy.
It's actually a double play, excuse me. He caught the ball and trying to advance to second was Daniel Scalero. So score that one a 7-1 putout for Scalero. A double play at that. That one misses low to Jelpy. Count is at 1-0. Jelpy, 5 RBIs on the night for the Red Wings, a double. And in his last at bat, that big home run, the long ball. Runner goes. That one misses low. The throw down from Stang. Actually taken for a strike, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jelpy. And now with a runner in scoring position, looking for his 6th RBI of the game. One pitch from Moore. Curveball misses high. Counts at 2-1. Very close pitch at that. 2 balls, 1 strike and 2 away. Dylan Canna waiting on deck for the Wings. Two-one pitch. Misses low. Good stop from Stang yet again. Counts at 3-1 now to Jelpy. Wonder if they might be pitching around him here. Certainly has had the Doubledays number here tonight. And with 2 swings at the bat, he's got 5 RBIs and 6 total bases. 3-1 pitch from Moore. That one misses outside. A walk for Jelpy. He's reached base in his last 3 plate appearances. He'll head to first, and that'll bring up Dylan Cann for the Wings.
Coming to plate, number 11, shortstop, Dylan Cann.
So that will now bring up tonight's shortstop for Geneva, Dylan Cann. 0 for 3 on the night, an F9, a 3 unassisted in the third, and a flyout to Emil Sander in his last at bat just an inning ago. So Cann has runners on first and second. That one swung on and hit right to Michael Hooley at third, and underneath his glove yet again, Cann's going to make it to first. As they're going to say first baseman's off the bag, and here comes Ben Julian. And there goes Ben Julian. Looking to protest the call, but the umpire saying that he was off the bag, and the 2 umpires will chat it out on the field. As the home plate and field umpire are going to discuss this. This would load the bases, waiting official scoring. Personally, I think it was an E5 underneath the glove of Hooley. As they do say he was off the bag, an E5 for Dylan Cann. He reaches first. Bases are loaded now. And now head coach Ben Julian has just been given his final warning.
Now, number 32, Ethan Swidler.
So bases loaded for Swidler. Tempers flaring here at McDonough Park. Bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Moore. From Moore to Swidler. That one fouled off into the backstop. Counts at 0-1. Swidler hit by a pitch and was left on base back in his last plate appearance in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 on the night. With a 4-3 ground out and a fly out to center. 0-1 pitch to Swidler. Big curveball. Misses high, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the more important thing for the Doubledays is you want to get out of this inning because 2 runs would mean the mercy rule is in effect after 7. That one misses low, counts at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Ben Julian pacing the sidelines. I don't see a way he stays in this game if you're asking for my honest opinion. The 2-1 pitch, that one fouled off sharply towards the Doubledays bullpen. The count's at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Julian certainly passionate about the game of baseball, and we've seen it over the course of the last few years as he's been the head coach at the helm of the Doubledays. 2-2 pitch. That one comes inside and hits Swidler. Back-to-back hit by pitches for Swidler. He heads to first, and that will be an RBI for Swidler. And scoring is Nate Milk. So a 12-3 score now, and that'll bring up Shockley with the bases loaded.
Coming to the plate now, number 38, Jason Shockley.
So Shockley stepping up to the dish now. And Shockley, another one who's shown he has home run potential. He's hit 1 home run on the year already here against Jamestown. The other day, that one swung on and that one roped and that one gets down and into the outfield. 1 run will score, and they're going to hold Dylan Cann at third. It's an RBI single for Shockley. And now it's a 10-run lead for the Red Wings, 13-3, a mercy rule in effect after 7. So not ideal for the Doubledays whatsoever. That'll bring up Andrew Eppinger with 2 away.
Number 36, Andrew Eppinger.
Eppinger steps in with 2 away now. First pitch misses outside. Count is at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on the corners. Bases loaded as they held Ken at third. Geneva looking to put the nail in the coffin here. That one, big swing and a big miss from Eppinger. Counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can on third. Swidler on second and Shockley on first. That one misses outside. So Moore falls behind the count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. In a game that means so much and can affect many playoff opportunities. That one swung on a hit into right field. That one's going to get down. A.J. Winrich fields it, and they're going to hold Swidler at third. Another RBI single, this one off the bat of Andrew Eppinger. And the Red Wings tack another run onto that lead. It's now an 11-run lead, 14-3 Red Wings. And that will bring up Wyatt Patchett now, who singled and scored in his last plate appearance.
Out of Geneva, New York, number 26, Wyatt Patchett.
So Wyatt Patchett coming up to the dish now for the Red Wings. 14-3 your score. And ever since the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Wings all of a sudden just got hot. That one misses low, counts at 1-0. Good stop from Bobby Stang. 1 ball, no strikes. 12 hits for the Red Wings here. Scoreboard says 15, but it's 12. That one swung on and hit a mile into the air towards Emil Sander. Patchett will flip the bat in disgust. And F8, but the Red Wings pick up 5 more runs. They lead 14-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. Remember, 10-run mercy rule after 7. We'll cross that bridge when we get there here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. 14-3 your score. Michael Hooley will step up, and to everyone's surprise, actually, Nicholas Franceschi out for another inning of work. He already has thrown 98 pitches. This will be pitch number 99. So we'll see how far the Red Wings let him go here in the top of the 6th inning with an 11-run lead. First pitch misses outside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch from Franceschi will be pitch number 100. 1-0 pitch. Pitch 100 misses up and in, counts at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. No outs here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch swung on, and that one popped foul. Counts at 2-1 now. I believe Josh Ranke is still warming up down there in the Red Wings bullpen. Obviously scoring the 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th certainly must have influenced the decision to keep Franceschi out there. 2-1 pitch. That one misses up and in, and over the helmet of Michael Hooley. The count's at 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Hal Walker Jr. for the Doubledays. 14-3 your score. Playoff implications on the line. That one misses upstairs. A leadoff walk for Michael Hooley. He heads to first and reaches base for the first time here tonight. So that will now bring up Hal Walker Jr. Walked and was left on base in the 4th inning and flew out to center field in the 2nd. Double play ball is in effect for the Red Wings here. And the top of the 6th. And a better sign of news for Doubledays fans. The Power take a 6-3 lead over the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. That one in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one misses inside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Hal Walker Jr. And a hypothetical speaking here, if both Jamestown and Auburn were to lose out, Auburn would get in regardless of what happens tomorrow because they have the tiebreaker. They have swept the season series over the Tarp Skunks. With a win today, Niagara would clinch a playoff berth. 2-0 pitch. That one taken for a strike, counts at 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs to Hal Walker Jr. Two-one pitch. That one misses up and in yet again, counts at 3-1. Franceschi had 107 pitches. This will be pitch 108. Coming set. The pitch. Upstairs, up and in. Back-to-back walks for Franceschi, and here comes Dan Munn, and Franceschi's night will be over. It'll be Josh Ranke coming in. We're going to take a break on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio. Pitching change, Josh Renke on into pitch for the Geneva Red Wings here. First pitch from Renke, the lefty. Swung on and missed. Count is at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and just got to question some of the decisions made. In my own opinion, Franceschi probably shouldn't have been out for the start of this inning, already at 98 pitches coming into the inning. Walks the first 2 runners, and you put Renke in, who was already warm following the inning. Another pitch blown by, counts at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and Renke, certainly the fresher arm, counts at 0-2. Julian second, Walker Jr. on first. 0-2 pitch from Renke. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And immediately coming out of the pen, Josh Renke throws 3 pitches, all of them strikes. And the first batter is gone of the inning. That will now bring up the SUNY Oswego Laker, Emil Sander.
Auburn plays Newark tomorrow, and it says Jamestown plays Elmira tomorrow.
The pitch. That one taken for a strike, counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. That one misses, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Emil Sander, who's 1 for 2 on the night. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Grounded out 5-3 in his last at bat. 1-1 pitch from Josh Renke. A look at the runner. And the 1-1. That one misses outside. Count is 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out to Emil Sander. So another interesting nugget. Actually, Jamestown, this is their final game of the season against Niagara. So all Auburn would have to do is either win or tie tomorrow in order to make it in, regardless of what happens. Swung on a miss from Sander, counts at 2-2. Pending what happens tonight, if the final scores remain the same, Niagara would be at Batavia tomorrow. The 2-2. That one bounced low in the dirt. Good stop from Patchett. Counts now push full 3-2. And with a win, like I said before, the Power would sneak into the playoffs and clinch a playoff berth. The payoff pitch from Renke, that one misses outside, and that'll load the bases for Kevin Dolan. Excuse me, it's going to be a pinch hitter, as that's number 9 for the Doubledays. Trying to find a name for him. It's James Mason pinch hitting. for Auburn here in the top of the sixth. Bases loaded, 14-3 your score.
Now hitting number 9, James Mason.
James Mason batting .214. He steps in for his first plate appearance of the evening. And bases loaded. And like I said before, 11-run lead for the Red Wings, but no lead is safe here in the PGCBL. We've seen that on display several times throughout the summer. The pitch from Renke. Swung on, and that one lined sharply and off the brick wall near the bathrooms here at McDonough. Counts at 0-1 now. That one just narrowly skimmed over the top of the very tall fence there. 0-1 your count. Double play ball is in effect for the Red Wings. 0-1 pitch. And therefore a strike. So Mason, the pinch hitter, falling behind the count. 0-2 now.
Red Wings.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. Emil Sander on first. On third, Michael Hooley and Hal Walker Jr. on second. Renke from the stretch, the 0-2. Swung on and fouled off. Patchett just off the end of the bat for James Mason. So the count stays at 0-2. Carson Gross awaits on deck for the Doubledays. The 0-2. That one just misses low inside.
Good stop, Wyatt.
Counts at 1-2 now.
Good stop, Wyatt.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bases loaded. Big at bat in the aspect that the mercy rule could be taken off, and swung on and hit out into left field. That one's going to drop down, and being held at third is Hal Walker Jr. An RBI single for James Mason, and a pinch hit RBI single at that. That trims the lead down to 10. But big in an aspect that the mercy rule is 10 runs after 7. So that'll bring up Carson Gross now loaded. We'll see how the Red Wings infield plays this one, with the force out being at home too. First pitch to Gross, curveball dropped in the dirt, stop from Patchett, counts at 1-0. So 14-4 your score now. Counts at 1-0 with 1 out. Renke comes set. 1-0 pitch. Taken on the outer edge of the plate for a strike. Counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Doubledays with 1 run scored here in the top of the 6th inning. Renke comes set. The 1-1 delivery. Misses low in the dirt. Good stop yet again from Patchett. Counts at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. 14-4 your score. Gross steps back in. 1 for 3 on the night. Walked and scored in his last. Walked and left on base. He's 1 for 2 actually. The pitch. Swung on, and that one popped a mile in the air. Dylan Can underneath it, and it looks like they're going to call the infield fly. Dylan Can will make the catch anyways. A P6 for Can as he makes the play for the 2nd out. And that will now bring up Hazel Martinez with the bases loaded.
Going to the plate now, the designated hitter, number 29, Hazel Martinez.
So if the Doubledays are going to make a comeback, this would be the point. Hazel Martinez with 29 RBIs on the summer, bases loaded. And Bobby Stang awaits on deck with 35 RBIs. So certainly the most dangerous part of this order for the Doubledays. 14-4. First pitch to Martinez. Slider taken on the outer edge of the plate. Counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 away. And Patchett asking for the home plate umpire to clean off the plate. Counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Ranky, the lefty, will come set. This is a lefty on lefty matchup. Not too often you see those. A 1 pitch from Ranky. Another slider, and that one taken for a strike as well. And you hear Ben Julian over there. That one certainly was a controversial strike call. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Doubledays fans in attendance letting the home plate umpire hear it, and rightfully so. The zone has been anything but consistent here tonight, and that goes both ways. So Hazel Martinez will step in.
Fans, get behind your pitcher.
Down 0-2 in the count. Ranky comes. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off the face mask of Patchett. So we'll do the 1-2 again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and some heckling back and forth between Red Wings fans and Ben Julian and the Doubledays dugout.
Set some good examples about sportsmanship here, please.
One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Hazel Martinez will step back in. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one hit right towards Burkroff, who scoops it and flips over to first for the out. A 4-3 ground out to end the inning. The Doubledays strand, the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, 14-4 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Cooper Loyal leading things off for the Red Wings. 14-4, your score, bottom of the 6th. That one misses low and in. Counts at 1-0 to Loyal out of Victor, New York. So 1 ball, no strikes. So waiting on deck is Daniel Scalero. That one misses upstairs. Counts at 2-0 now. As James Musso on to pitch yet again for the Doubledays. Musso with a 0 ERA. First inning of work. First appearance pitching for the Doubledays. Counts at 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Misses low. Counts at 3-1 now. And Musso from Lemoyne College. He's teammates with Wyatt Patchett there in Syracuse. That one's going to miss low, and Cooper Loyal works a walk, so he'll trot to first, leadoff walk for the Wings. And that will now bring up Daniel Scalero.
Out of St. Anselm, number 30, Dan the Man Scalero.
So Dan Scalero steps in. 2 for 2 on the evening. He's reached base in all 3 plate appearances. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Walked with an RBI and scored in the 4th, and singled with an RBI in the 5th. 2 RBIs, 2 hits. Counts at 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, and that bat is launched out of the hands of Scalero. Towards the dugout of the Doubledays. That one looks like it was going to get up top and behind-ish, maybe. Maybe the bat's a little wet from the dew here at McDonough Park. One ball, one strike, the 1-1 pitch. Curveball drops in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch from James Musso. Counts at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses low, and good stop from Bobby Stang. Counts at 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, Dan, on base 3 times.
And no outs.
4 RBIs.
The 2-2 pitch. That one on the outer edge of the plate for strike 3 as Daniel Scalero goes down on strikes.
That's right, Dan. That's right.
Going to play now out of Williamsville, New York, number 40, Nate Milk.
Nate Milk will now step up to the dish for the Red Wings here with 1 away. Pair of runs scored, an RBI and a single. That one fouled off sharply. Count is at 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball drops in there for a strike. Counts at 0-2 now. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nate Milk will step back up. Casey Burkroff waiting on deck. 0-2 pitch. That one passed the glove of Bobby Stang. And that one is a wild pitch, and it gets to the backstop. As Loyal advances to second, so now a runner in scoring position for the Red Wings. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Burkroff on deck. 1-2. Swung on, and that one smoked out into left field all the way back at the wall. And making the catch out there is the left fielder, Garrett Prosper, trailing on his horse, making a great play there right in front of the Rochester Regional Health sign.
Now coming to the plate, going to be tending Dominican University, number 23 out of Waterloo, New York, Casey Burkroff.
Casey Burkroff, 2 for 3 on the night. Pair of singles, pair of runs, and an RBI. 2 for 3. Flew out to left in his last at-bat. First pitch. Curveball drops in for a strike. Counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Burkroff. Loyal on second. 0-1 pitch. Little half swing there from Burcroft. Counts it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Bottom of the 6th. 14-4 your score. Burcroft steps back in, trying to extend the Geneva lead. 0-2 pitch. Misses low inside, almost hits Burcroft. He sidesteps out of the way. The counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. And it looks like there will be a pinch hitter. It looks like John Aller is waiting on deck for the Red Wings. That one swung on and roped. That one hit out into right center field. Right field. That one off and all the way to the wall. A.J. Wenrich fields it and a throw into second. Not in time. It's an RBI double for Casey Burcroft, his 3rd hit of the ball game, and the Red Wings take a 15-4 lead. Casey Burcroft, the Waterloo, New York native from about 20 minutes away, delivers for his 3rd hit of the game, 2nd RBI. It's 15-4 now. So John Aller is going to pinch hit for Brandon Jelpe here. So Jelpe's night is over. Had that big home run, 5 total RBIs and a double. That one swung on and popped off from Aller. Score update from Jamestown. They are in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. 6-5 lead for the Powered. Bases are loaded for Jamestown too, by the way. So keep an eye on that one. Doubledays. Oh, 0-2 the count to Aller. Quick step off from Musso. 0-2 pitch. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-2 now. Burcroft with a hefty lead over there between 2nd and 3rd. 15-4 your score now in favor of the Red Wings. That one swung on and roped into center field. Emil Sander back and underneath it. He'll make the play to end the inning, but the Red Wings pick up 1 more run. They've scored 15 runs in the last 4 innings. We head to the top of the 7th inning. 15-4 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel as the Red Wings look to end it. Back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Surprise, surprise, the Geneva Red Wings have a 15-4 lead in the top of the 7th, and they're 3 outs away of closing this game out and have a chance to spoil Auburn's playoff chances. Josh Ranke out for another inning of work. That pitch misses high. Counts at 1-0.
Bottom 7, down 10-6.
1 ball, no strikes. Elmira leads the Newark Pilots 10-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-5 heading to the top of the 6th inning over in Jamestown. Top 7, excuse me. And Niagara leads Jamestown. That one popped up into right field. Eppinger making a play underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the out. So that's the first out in F9, and that will bring up A.J. Wenrich, who struck out looking in his last at-bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night with an RBI. He reached on that E5 back in the 3rd. So far across the board, 4 runs, 3 hits, 4 errors for the Doubledays, and 15 runs, 13 hits, and 3 errors for the Red Wings. The pitch from Ranke. Big cut and a big miss from Wenrich. Counts it 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. That one swung on and missed yet again. The count's at 0-2. Ranke putting on a clinic since coming in relief for Franceschi. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 for Wenrich. Back-to-back Ks. There's 2 away. And that will bring up Garrett Prosper. Doubledays down to their final out. Unless they can score 2 runs here this inning. They're down to their final out at the moment. And the top of the 7th because the mercy rule is in effect. Prosper steps back in. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks on the evening. Flew out to right in his last at-bat. Pitch from Ranke. Misses low. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. Swung on that one, roped, but right at Burkroff. He'll field it and throw to first. A 4-3 ground out, and the Red Wings win this one 15-4. Doubledays are going to fall to 22-19, and pending what happens in the Niagara-Jamestown game, we'll let you know tomorrow on Finger Lakes One Radio as the Geneva Red Wings and Newark Pilots will close out their seasons. Neither team will make the playoffs, but the Pilots will host the Red Wings tomorrow, 7:05 from Colburn Park. Final score in this one, 15-4. Nick Franceschi picks up the win for the Geneva Red Wings. Player of the game, Brandon Jelpe. 5 total RBIs, a home run, and a double. And for Auburn, they will host the Elmira Pioneers tomorrow and will try to clinch the playoffs with a win. 15-4, your final from John Sloan Field here at Historic McDonough Park. As always, I'm Kyle French on Finger Lakes One Radio. We'll see you next time, folks.